Sending money back home is expensive, slow, and time-consuming. Not anymore. Introducing Denari Cash. Denari Cash solves this in a simple way. Denari Cash don't send money across border. Yes, you heard it right. So, you want to know how do we send money internationally without sending across the border? Simple. You make a local payment to Denari Cash, and Denari Cash makes a local payment to your recipient. That's right, it's local in then local out. From any account to any cash pickup and major bank account. That's the reason why Denari Cash makes money transfers so much cheaper and faster. Available on any mobile, tablet, and computer. Denari Cash is trusted and loved by tens of thousands of people just like you. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now and start saving now with Denari Cash.
Yon! So, welcome to another Finance Friday. Again, this is Kuya J, aka the Purpose-Driven Advisor. Hindi halata na kinakabahan si Kuya J, no? Kasi it's always, kinakabahan ako pag may mga first time. And of course, we are live on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. And if this is your first time watching, I hope you can share, follow, and subscribe sa aking page. Of course, a huge thanks kay Denari Cash for their support and my advocacy on financial literacy. So tonight, I'll be introducing a new segment which I call the Overseas Wealthy Filipinos. Wow, di ba? Para di na tayo laging OFW. OWF na tayo moving forward, okay? This aims to deconstruct the lives of overseas Filipino achievers from various areas like business, sales, marketing, arts, anything na alam natin na Filipinos are really good at. We will discover their purpose, perspectives, principles, and practices that we can replicate. And of course, this includes their time management strategies, habit, diet, book, ideas, anything and everything about them. Sa ating first episode, I'll be joined by the Group CEO of Prime Group of Companies. Ito lang, some quick introduction about the awards that she have received in the past. In 2008, she has led geoscience to work on mega projects such as Downtown Burj Dubai, the Dubai Metro and Emirates Road. Tapos, on that same year, meron siya mga honors like the runner-up of Emirates and the Business Women Award. Ito pa, hindi pa tapos yan, of course. She was also awarded as an outstanding and exemplary overseas Filipino worker by none other than President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Wow. And other honors include Woman of Substance, Honorary Award, and Most Distinguished Chemical Engineer in 2009. Also, daming also, no? Dami talaga awards si Miss MJ. And 100 Most Influential Filipino Women in 2013 by the Filipino Women's Network Global FWN 100. And one of Ilustrado's most influential Filipinos in the Gulf. This year, she's one of the recipients of the Asia CEO Awards 2020 Smart Enterprise Global Filipino Executive Circle of Excellence. Woo! Grabe! Let's all welcome the one and only Miss MJ or Mary Jane Alvero-Al Mahdi. Hello, Miss MJ. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you for accepting my invitation na mai-guest kita sa aking pilot episode ng OWF. Kamusta ka naman? Alam ko you are so busy and nung nag-yes ka dun sa aking invitation, hindi ko alam until now, nanlalamig ang aking kamay dahil alam ko na ang dami natin pag-uusapan tonight.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think I first saw you sa event ng ICE when you first shared your story. And then there was a time when sa service namin sa church, sa may business village, nakita ko yung nagte-training kayo sa kabilang room. And sabi ko, na-starstruck talaga ako. Sabi ko, bro, si Miss MJ yun, Miss MJ Alvero. Yung Prime Group, nakita ko siya nag-talk before. And then you were so, hindi ko ma-describe yung salita, very, very accommodating nyo kasi lumapit ako sa inyo, nagpa-picture muna ako syempre. Tapos, tinanong ko, I ask you some pieces of advice, paano mo na-achieve yung mga bagay na achieve mo. And for like 15 to 30 minutes nag-usap tayo, ang dami mo na-share na info sa akin. And even the book that you shared, which is still I have, which is in Triggers, it changed the way I think. And because of that, siguro that's also one of the reasons bakit magkausap tayo tonight. So thank you so
Mhm.
much. This is my way of thanking you for the nuggets of wisdom that you shared to me back then. So, ang dami sinabi. Now, Miss MJ, just to open the session
Mhm.
this evening, um, kasi ang pinaka-topic ko talaga is mainly about personal finance, wealth, and all, and success. Now,
Mhm.
this particular word na wealth is different from one person to another. Now, I
Yes.
just want to ask you, Miss MJ, what do you
Mm.
think makes you an overseas wealthy Filipino?
Okay. First of all, wealth for me means it's not only financial, but it is also our values. First of all, the family value, the relationships that we have, and then the investments that I have earned all through the years, and then yung professional and personal career, including the educational advancements. So even though I'm already a graduate of chemical engineer, but still I pursue my MBA and then my PhD in business management. Why? Kasi alam ko yun yung makakatulong sa akin for me to serve my company
Mhm.
uh, well, and then para yung I could be a role model for the youth na education is very important.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, and yun yung lagi mo sinasabi sa akin before na
Mm.
you really have to invest in learning. And later on, I will
Yes.
ask you kung bakit sobrang halaga niya sa'yo. And I'll be asking some series of
Mhm.
questions. But before we continue, let's travel back in time a little bit and
Yeah.
share with me a little story of your life when you were young. Yung pagiging engineer ba is really something na you really liked even when you were a little kid or na-discover mo siya no high school ka or what? Talaga bang engineer na nasa puso mo ever since? Is that the beat of your heart even when you were young?
No. When I
Oh.
was young, ang gusto ko lang talaga makatulong sa family ko because I was the breadwinner.
Mhm.
So, regardless of any degree or any course I would take just for me to have a better life and to help my family. But but for me, gusto ko talaga mag-take up ng fine arts because I was fond of designing. Kaya kung
Mhm.
makikita mo, very, very inclined ako sa fashion. I really
Hmm.
love, yes, I love to dress, I love shoes, I love bags, ganon, yes. Why? Meron yung relation sa story ng buhay ko. When I was small, or when I was in my younger years, do you know that I only had, I think, two pairs of uniform, and
Hmm.
so that's wash and wear. Okay? Though, nung maliliit pa kami, uh, merong kabuhayan ng family namin. But since nagkasakit yung father ko,
Mhm.
so lahat yon na nagamit namin yung savings. But my dad, because he was having a very good heart, pinag-aral niya yung, nung may pera pa sila, pinag-aral niya yung family, yung mga kapatid ng mami ko. Kasi my mom was the eldest.
Mhm.
So, yes, and then they were in Lubao that time in Pampanga. So, bago pumasok sa school yung mom ko, sabi niya nagtitinda siya ng bagoong, ng talbos ng kamote, gano'n, for the for the baon ng mga kapatid niya. Okay? Then, I remembered also that my mom told me, noong nakagraduate na siya ng high school, my mom did not push through the university kasi wala nga silang pera. But after high school, nakipagtrabaho siya dun sa family nila na mayayaman.
Mhm.
Yes, it was one of the owners of a bookstore, a famous bookstore in Philippines. So, nakapagtrabaho siya doon. Then, my dad was studying in, I think, law.
Mhm.
So, yes, Bachelor of Arts in Law. So doon siya bumibili ng books. So doon niya nakilala yung mami ko. And noon, very conservative. So pag niligawan mo na, pakakasalan mo na yon. Yes. So
Salag.
so yung father ko nagpunta sa Pampanga. So agad yun, pinakasal na sila. Naniligaw pa lang yan Okay. So, yes. And then, but it was also a blessing na yung father ko yung napangasawa ng mom ko kasi nakapag-aral yung mga kapatid niya with the help of my dad. So parang yun yung naging itinanim ng father ko. Kaya nung kami naman, yung nangailangan, pinag-aral naman kami ng pinagtigi-tigi sa kaming magkakapatid nung mga kapatid ng mami ko. So, yes. So, luckily, ang nagpaaral sa akin yung auntie ko na nagtrabaho sa Saudi Arabia. Nurse. Okay? She was a nurse. Now, she's already in US. And then yung other sisters naman ng mom ko na nurse din na nasa US, pinag-aral naman yung iba kong kapatid. Okay? So, ganun. Yung family kasi namin very close yung family ties. So, we have this value and culture na tutulungan namin yung mga kamag-anak namin para makapag-aral, yes. So, umangat yung buhay. Ganon.
Okay.
So, yun ang aming culture. Yun ang nakasanayan na namin. And we do that. And then, so ngayon ang nangyari, nung napag-aral na ako ng tita ko, then, ang kinuha ko is chemical engineering. Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. Kasi sabi nila, pag engineer ka, malaki sweldo. And to think that's also chemical engineering. So talagang malaki nga because I had an uncle in my father's side who was a chemical engineer and he was earning a lot of money. Okay, sa father's side yon. Then, so nung namatay na yung father ko, I came here to UAE to help my mom and my other siblings. Although I was second to the youngest, I am second to the youngest, pero ako yung parang naging breadwinner sa family. Because maybe of my personality, very strong yung personality ko. Parang ako yung panganay sa amin hanggang ngayon. Ako lagi yung tinatanong, Jeng, tama ba to? Ganito bang gagawin? Ganyan. Yes. And you see, I'm very mataray talaga kapag yes, and I know when I'm in the akala nila mabait ako eh. No, but mataray in the sense that I'm straightforward. Okay, I'm very straightforward, but I am approachable. But I have my restriction. You know, I don't let anyone to step on my principle. So, ganun ako. Which is, yun yung na-realize ko nung nandito na ako sa UAE. Di ba marami tayong naririnig na mga ladies or women na nahaharas.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes. I could have been a victim, but yes, I could have been a victim, but I was strong enough to stop it. And I risked my career. So, kwento ko yon paano nangyari. So, dati sa Jebel Ali ako. So, nirecruit ako from Philippines, directly from Philippines, to a textile company. And I was only earning 1,000 dirhams.
Grabe.
Yes, way back 1992. And we were staying in you will not believe, in an accommodation. I experienced staying in a ladies' accommodation in a camp. Wherein, yes, although we were supervisors and we've been given a nice, porta cabin with the other supervisor and with the secretary. So, parang medyo angat ng konti. But still, we were going to, like, when we want to eat, we were in a queue. In the bathrooms also, we had to take turns. Yan talagang camp, as in ladies camp. Kung nakita ka ngayon ng mga labor camp, the same
Barracks.
thing. Pero mas maganda ngayon kasi they are in a building. Kami noon, porta cabins.
Wow.
Kasi, yes, ang mga babae lang nan kasi, it's either they work in a factory
Mhm.
na kontrolado sila dun sa camp, ang accommodation, or they were in working in duty free, which have their
Mm.
very nice accommodation, okay, or yung mga kasambahay. So I was in the level na yung sa factory worker. Okay? Factory
Grabe.
with the factory workers with the Sri Lankan,
Mhm,
Indians,
mhm,
Bangladeshis, Filipinos, yeah. We were working in one huge textile company for hosiery, yung mga socks na
mhm,
ine-export sa ibang bansa. Okay. So ngayon yata sarado na 'yon. And then I stayed there for 7 months. Okay, I was the quality inspector, quality control inspector, the supervisor also. So
mhm,
then I was brave enough to talk to the manager
mhm,
that I am overqualified with the job. Okay. So ang sinabi ko sa kanya is, anyway, um, yung mga the operation and the system is already established, implemented.
mhm,
So, ni-request ko sa kanya na payagan niya ako magtrabaho na sa iba. So, he
mm.
was kind enough na na tinulungan niya pa nga ako pati sa interview kasi before it was all desert. Sa Jebel Ali, loob kami ng Jebel Ali. You cannot
Okey.
go out without the permission of the sponsor.
Oh, higpit nun,
Yes, ganun kahigpit nun. And then
Grabe.
merong curfew hours yung camp.
Mhm.
So kapag sumobra ka na sa curfew hours, you cannot enter the camp. And then we used to go by bus. And then, naman yung bus, may schedule.
Yeah.
Natatandaan ko pa, bus number 19, ang Jebel Ali. And we used to take it from
Kabisado.
Gubayba. Yes, from Dubai in Gubayba and then to Jebel Ali. Jebel Ali to Gubayba. So, pag gusto namin lumabas noon, we used to, yung may mga Filipinos din sa loob ng
Mhm,
Jebel Ali, mga lalaki naman. So, they
mhm.
have cars kasi nagtatrabaho sila yata sa, if I was not mistaken, sa port or sa dry dock. Parang mga
Okey.
ganun, yung trabaho nila. So, sila yung mga matataas yung sweldo nun. So, they had the cars and all the transportation. So, nakikisabay kami. But that's, yun is kung ka-close mo talaga sila. But that's also dangerous, di ba? Kasi
Yeah,
hindi mo
oo.
na, yes, baka mag-take advantage din sa'yo. Kasi ganun yung mga istorya na yung
Yeah.
mga, sila, ganon, relationships, okay?
Grabe.
Yes. So, bata pa ako doon, 22 years old pa lang ako noon. Okay?
Grabe
So,
na oo nga.
yes, I had to take care of myself that time. So, ang nangyari, yung boss ko pa na, he was a Palestinian Jordanian,
Mhm.
siya yung tumutulong sa akin na pumunta sa interview.
Okey.
Okay? He was very nice to me. And then, I was lucky naman na natanggap ako sa isang laboratory na famous siya noon sa UAE, which is now competitor na namin. So to make the story short, nakapasok ako doon, and I worked there for 6 years. And then nung na-promote ako as a chief chemist, I started as a
Mhm,
junior chemist, and then till I was promoted to chief chemist, which is yun yung pinakamataas na position sa operation. Then after 2 weeks, the division manager called me.
mhm.
He was a European, and he told me that I had I had to resign because I was, sabi niya, overqualified daw ako doon sa
Hmm.
position. So sasabi kong ganun, paano ako naging overqualified? Kapo-promote ko lang, di ba? So tell me straight. Sabi ko gano'n, if you don't want me, terminate me. But don't tell
Wow.
me to resign because sabi ko gano'n, I love my job. So why should
Mhm,
I resign? So ang nangyari is, pagkatapos nun, sabi niya, okay. Sabi niya gano'n, we will terminate you. Okay, fine. Yes, so
Ganun lang,
yes, I was terminated. So, parang siyempre,
May
uh,
istorya na dun.
oo, walang kaplastikan. Masakit,
Mhm.
'di ba? Because you
Yeah.
know your worth and hindi mo alam bakit ka natanggal. ang alam ko lang is ako lang yung nag-iisang babae doon sa laboratory na 'yon. Puro engineers na iba-ibang lahi and puro chemist, chemical engineers, mga environmentalists na mga iba-ibang lahi, Europeans,
Mhm.
Indian, gano'n, Pakistani. So I was the only female. So parang naisip ko, na-insecure ba sila sa akin? And they had this politics, workplace
Mm.
politics. Na kasi ako yung boss ng mga lalaki na yon,
Lalaki
yung
nila,
mga
yeah.
chemist, mga
Yeah.
chemical engineers. So they did not like me, ganon. So
Mhm.
siguro, 'di ba? Because what could be the reason? Actually hanggang ngayon hindi ko alam ang reason.
Hindi
But
nasabi.
oo, but ayun na lang ang nilagay ko sa isip ko na ay na-insecure sila sa akin. Yes.
Overqualified. Well, ang ganda nung pinakita niyo kasi sabi niyo nga you knew your worth na I'm overqualified dun sa
Yes.
una niyong work, which is yun sa textile, of course. And many
Yes.
many Filipinos or many other expats would say na okay na to, I'll just tsatsagain ko, tatapusin yung kontrata ko,
Yes.
and then yung karamihan hindi sanay mag-voice out. I even had this mga katrabaho before na when I was working in the call center dito, para sabi niya, okay,
Mm.
mag-resign na talaga ako next month. And then fast forward after 4 years nandun pa rin sila. So now yung opportunities na sana nakuha nila, hindi nila
Yes.
gawa kasi siguro nga they lack the self-confidence. Pero what you did there
Mm.
was truly something na remarkable kasi alam mo talaga na kaya mo pang higitan yung ginagawa mo. Now,
Yes.
Miss MJ, na-mention you were terminated. Imagine if,
Yes.
let's say, it's 1992 all over again and yun yung time na dumating yung pandemic. How would
Yes.
a young MJ Alvero adapt if na-terminate siya right now? Hindi as a CEO ha, but as
Okay.
if
As a
the pandemic
labor.
happened as
As a labor.
as,
Okay.
as a
So,
textile or ano at yeah, if
yes,
the
for
pandemic happened
me,
during uh
frankly speaking, siyempre masya-shock ako because kung ako yung breadwinner,
mhm,
first thing na isasagi sa isip ko, paano ko bubuhayin yung family ko kung lahat sila nakasandal sa akin.
mhm,
Okay? Siyempre, without, ano yan tawag nito? uh, to be true to ourselves.
mhm,
Hindi madali yun Hindi madali na ma-terminate ka tas ikaw yung breadwinner. 'Di ba?
yeah,
It could cause you depression, 'di ba? And siguro kung nangyari sa akin yon, for example, ngayon na
mhm,
ako yung, ang trabaho ko is sa factory tapos yun lang ang sinusweldo ko tapos natanggal pa ako and then I'm not also prepared pa.
mhm,
So baka unang-una madi-depress ako.
mhm.
Pangalawa, uuwi na lang ako,
Ah,
'di ba? Kung makikita kasi sa situation kasi ngayon ganito. You see, ngayon ang daming kung mapapakita ko lang yung inbox ko, ang
mhm,
dami talagang nanghihingi ng trabaho. I wish I'm that super billionaire na lagi kong sinasabi na sana billionaire ako so I could provide
mhm,
employment to people or to at least to help them to start a small business sa country natin because
mhm,
you know ito yan na bakit kami nagbukas ng branch sa Philippines. Nung ginagawa ko yung study, bago kami mag-expand sa Philippines. Sa Philippines lang buhay na ang business.
okay.
With the population that we have, 100 million. Okay, I realize na doon lang buhay na kung magbubukas ka ng company, a startup,
Mhm, yeah,
okay? Especially sa food industry. Okay? Or yung mga accommodation, yung pinaparentahan,
yeah,
ganyan, pinaupahan. Okay? And then sa IT, yung mga ano ngayon, kagaya ngayon, mga online. Okay?
mhm,
If you are strong in IT infrastructure, ano ka parang nasa iyo yung advantage. Kasi now, all of us now, we rely sa IT.
yeah,
Okay?
technology talaga.
Yes, sa technology. Okay?
And so yung ano, Miss
Uh,
MJ, is if let's say yun nga, if it's 1992 all over again, wala tayo nung advancement na we had right now. So you mentioned
mm,
na you'd rather kasi na-mention ko na ano mo dito na in terms of challenges or you view life, nakita ko sa isa sa mga interview mo online, this is how you view life. Life is a series of mountains to be climbed. Now,
Yes.
now siguro ang follow-up question ko dito is, when you say mountains to be climbed, do you choose the mountains that you climb? Meaning, do you choose your battles or what? Or do you climb the mountains na nandyan mismo sa harap mo?
No, I choose my battle. I always
Yeah.
choose my battle. This is Mary Jane. Kung
Mhm.
alam ko na pag-aaksayahan ko lang siya ng oras, I won't go for it.
And
I
when you
think that
Mhm.
is one of the character that I have. If you can see me, I don't involve much in the community,
Uh-huh.
in the Filipino gatherings and all. But I
Mhm.
respect Filipinos. I love the community. But for me, it's better for me because I am leading a very big company,
Company.
not very big, a big company, group of companies, in which I have more than 500 employees. So
Mhm.
I'd
Mhm.
rather exert all my effort bringing up this company rather than taking other tasks na makaka-disturb sa akin para for the growth of na instead na i-contribute ko na sa growth ng organization namin.
Yeah, kasi nga
Di ba? Yes.
you have 500 families to feed, and
Yeah, not
your
only
time
500, even they
yeah.
have associated families.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
'Di ba? Hindi
Yeah.
lang naman 'pag meron kang 500 employees, hindi lang isang family ang hawak ng isa mong employee. Meron pa yang pamangkin, pinsan, because I've been through that. That's why I understand. So, going back to your question, kung yung time na nung 1992 is wala
Mhm.
pang IT, hindi pa ganun talaga kaano, I would just rather go back and
Yeah.
then start again because I am a chemical engineer,
Yeah.
right? One of my regret these days is siguro kung sa Pilipinas ako naging group CEO, baka siguro ka-level ko na sila ano, sila Mr. Ang, 'di
Ang
ba?
ng Yeah,
Ng
and
yes, ng San
San
Miguel.
Miguel, SMB, yeah.
Yes. Maybe I am already I could be already the president of a huge MNC in the Philippines, 'di ba?
Pero you're already
Because
globally renowned, eh. Mas, I think kilala na yung name mo resonates even in other parts of the world dahil sa
yes,
mga nagawa mo, yeah.
because of the branching out that we have done.
Ah,
Like in India, in Philippines, in
uh-huh,
Japan, we partnered with the European companies, with
uh-huh,
the Southeast Asian companies such as Korea, Thailand. So, yun. And then due to my network, as what I've said, the relationships that I have established with our customers. So that's very important, yung word of the mouth. That's
yeah.
why, kung makikita mo yung post ko today, I think in the
Mhm.
morning, that our business is um, quality and relationships and
Hmm,
the reputation. Those are the three important things if you are having a business. It's not only,
quality,
yes,
yeah,
quality, relationship,
relationships,
and quality, what did I say? Quality, relationships, and reputation.
reputation,
If you
yeah.
have those three, that will give you revenue already. How?
Okay.
For example, um, with the past 1 week, we were very busy.
Mhm,
Why? Because Dubai Municipality Central Laboratory, now they have a plan. This is the plan of UAE, the 50 years plan that they will give to the private sectors
mhm,
all the activities that they are doing right now. So one of them, for example, sa Dubai Municipality, they have a central laboratory. Yun yung kagaya ng ginagawa namin.
okay.
Okay, we are accredited by Emirates International Accreditation Center. Okay, with the Dubai Municipality. So, hindi kami makakapag-perform ng mga testings for construction materials, food, um, water, environment kung hindi kami accredited ng Dubai Municipality. we cannot perform government projects. We cannot be involved in government projects kung hindi nila kami accredited. And then, aside from that, itong central laboratory ng Dubai Municipality, meron ding 60% din ng mga materials sila ang nagtitest. So ngayon, eto gusto na rin nila tong ibigay sa private to help the private companies. So ilan kaming laboratories na accredited? I think more than 50.
Okay.
More than 50. So pipili lang ng 5. And inshallah, yes, pipili lang ng 5. So I'm positive that we will be one of the laboratories. Inshallah.
Inshallah, yeah. And
Yes,
with the
inshallah.
leadership that you have, Miss MJ, I think definitely it's gonna be a positive result, of course. Now, as
Yes.
we go to our 30-minute mark, let's have a quick commercial
Yes.
kasi nga, ang dami natin mag-usapan. Ang bilis ng oras, di
I
ba?
think the 30 minutes would not be enough. Okay? Because my life, maraming stages ang life ko eh.
And later, I'll ask more questions about yung mga ginagawa mo, yung mga hacks na ginagawa mo personally to manage your time and all that stuff. So, sige.
Hindi
Let's
mo
have a
pa
quick...
hindi pa nila naririnig yung binato ko ng box file yung manager ko doon sa bagong company na pinasukan ko.
Grabe!
Yes, I could have been harassed, but I managed to stop it.
Fighter ka pala talaga, Miss MJ. Literal na fighter.
Kaya sabi ko sa'yo, mataray ako. I could be their worst nightmare.
Grabe, hirap.
Yes, I
Dapat
could
pala
be their
pipili.
worst nightmare.
Sige, wait. Let's have a very quick break. And later on, pag-usapan natin yan. Alright?
Yes, okay.
Yo, what's up? This is Real Talk Darbs, and I have very exciting news for you. Denari Cash and Beam & Go has decided to tie up to bring groceries to your loved ones in the Philippines. By using the application Denari Cash, you can actually deliver yung mga groceries na gusto nating ipadala door to door sa Pilipinas. In light of the community quarantine and growing COVID-19 cases in the Philippines, we are tying up with Beam & Go para sa mga kababayan nating OFW na nandito sa UAE to buy groceries. So what are you waiting for? Download Denari Cash app now and enjoy a lot of services, not just sending money, but also sending grocery to your families at home.
And we're back. I'm still with Miss Mary Jane Alvero, ang pinakamatapang na guest ko thus far.
Not matapang, but siguro maldita, you know?
The fighting Miss MJ.
Yes.
Greet po natin ating mga viewers out there kay Miss Maisie Grace. Hello po, Jay. Ayan. Thank you po, Miss Grace, for helping me in scheduling yung appointment natin kay Miss MJ. And si Madam Sten, ayan, no? Heart.
Yes.
Sabi ni Mang Emong, nandiyan lang sa kabila. Hi, Miss MJ.
Hello.
Mary Jane Alvero, ayun, no? Sabi ni Myron, ayan, Boss J, and ever supportive Ma'am MJ, ayan, isa rin yan na isang OWF, ibang hustle niya ni Boss Myron. Grabe,
Yeah,
ibang klase.
yes.
Wala akong masabi dyan. Salute
I
to you,
know.
brother. Kay Mr. Raymond Alido, wow, galing naman ni Miss Mary Jane Alvero, of course. Iba yan eh. And si Miss Lorraine, huge thumbs up. Si Sir Junie. Nako, Miss MJ stories, always an inspiring story para sa mga expat, definitely. Super, grabe. And sabi ni Miss Madam Sten, ayan, compared to your 22-year-old self and the CEO you are now, ay ito, may tanong na agad, ayan, was there any difference in the mindset of the way you think in terms of priorities and time management? Wait lang, i-hold natin yan kasi it's part of the ano natin. And Miss MJ has always been a fan of personal development. And ito yung nagustuhan ko sa kanya dahil nung nagkausap kami by accident sa isang building sa may business village. And shinare niya sa akin 'tong libro na to. It's a book by Triggers, ang title niya, by Marshall Goldsmith. And one thing I learned in this book is yung I what, yung am I willing at this time to make the required investment, 'di ba? To make the required investment to make a positive difference on the said topic. And yung isang statement na yun changed a lot. Binago niya yung perspective kasi nga yung energy ko na bibigay ko pa dito sa isang topic na parang wala naman ding magandang may dudulot sa akin.
Mhm.
So, instead of me engaging, parang sinabi mo yun, tama yung sinabi mo kanina, Miss MJ, na you choose
Choose
the
their
battle.
battles.
Oo
Yes.
eh. And ito yung ito lang, siguro sa sobrang makakalimutan ko, yun yung natutunan ko dito. And because of you, na-realize ko yun, and ang laki ng tulong niya sa buhay. Kaya nga, like what I said kanina sa backstage, Miss MJ, itong live natin is a way of me thanking you for suggesting this book and for pushing me to always enhance myself and find ways on how to develop my skill set. Ngayon, you also mentioned to me before na you attend mga seminars, you pay for those, you
Yes.
pay for,
Mhm.
and why do you think, Miss MJ, is why is self-education and personal development very important to you?
Yes. So, ganito yan. So, moving forward, ito naman ang relationship niyan sa kwento ko na to. Okay? How we can relate. Nung nandun ako sa bagong company, which is Geoscience Testing Laboratory, nung nadatnan ko siya, 6 months walang sweldo.
Oh my God.
Okay? And I have not been told of that. Okay? Then, merong manager doon na nakita ko is binibigyan niya ng 3 dirhams every day yung mga labor. So, nagtataka ako, bakit 3 dirhams every day? Although, meron naman silang free accommodation. So, and then yung salary ko was, nung nalipat ako sa kanila, they offered me 4,500 dirhams, to be exact. Pero at the end of the month, binibigyan niya lang ako ng 1,000 dirhams. So, sabi ko, no. Sabi ko, I'm not accepting that. Tapos sabi niya, no, because we don't have income. Sabi ko, so it's not my problem. Right? And then, so ang nangyari is, okay, sige. Sabi ko, no, I'm not accepting that. Keep it. Sabi ko, I'm not taking the 1,000 dirhams. Give it to me when it is already complete. That's my principle. Okay? And then, nung nangyari nga yun, so second month, ganun na naman. So sabi ko sa kanya, Doctor, I will help you to do the marketing. I was hired as a quality assurance officer. So ginawa ko as the same role again. In-implement ko so I established the quality management system, and then I also did the implementation, and then we took up accreditation. Okay? So as the basic for a laboratory, as per ISO 17025 as a basic requirement. And then, so sabi ko sa kanya, nung natapos ko na yun, tutulungan ko siya sa marketing. So sabi niya, okay. And nung nakikita ko siya na parang okay lang siya ng okay at inshallah lang siya ng inshallah, nakikita ko siya sa desert pa nun yung office sa may Rizal Core. Doon sa may Rashidia, puro disyerto pa lang yan doon noon. Aba sabi ko, parang kotse yan ni Doktor. Yung pala natutulog siya sa gitna ng desert. Sabi ko, gano'n talaga, di ba? 6 months walang sweldo. Hindi niya iniisip yung mga tao, di ba? Forget about it. Kasi na-terminate ako, may benefits ako. I got my 90-day separation pay because before it was 90-day separation pay. So I was, ako, may pera ako. So sabi ko sa kanya, Doktor, sabi ko, you rather terminate me than, sabi kong ganon, hindi ko, galing ako sa company na very straight ang system, tapos sa'yo ganyan. Sabi ko, and I'm willing to help for marketing. Tapos pag may mga customer ko na galing dun sa dating laboratory, inililipat ko sa amin because they trust me, ayaw niyang i-meet. So sabi ko, Doctor, they want to meet you because you are the manager of the lab. No, you just tell them I'm not. Tapos papatayin niya yung ilaw niya ng office, di ba? Yung napakatagal na Tapos na-stress ako sa kanya. Tapos ganito pa siya. So nadidemotivate na ako na ayoko nang pumasok. Tapos parang nagkakasakit ako sa kanya. So ngayon tatawag pa yun sa bahay. Do you want me to come to your house? Dadalang kita ng medicine. Sabi ko, no. Sabi ko sa kanya, di ba yung, tapos pag sa office, parang yung nanghaharas na siya, yung kahit gabi na, babalik pa siya, dahil alam niya na nandun pa ako sa office, nag-overtime, tapos babalik siya. Inis na talaga ako sa kanya, yung gano'n. Parang, ano ba 'to, nanghaharas na ba 'to, gano'n. Tapos 'pag lunchtime, "Mary Jane, give me spoon. Mary Jane, give me plate. Mary
Grabe.
Jane, switch off my AC. Mary Jane, switch off my" Sabi ko, okay. Sabi ko, ginagawa niya na akong ano niya, hayaya.
Yeah.
So, yes. So, ngayon ang ginawa ko na one day napuno na talaga ako. Di ko akalain mabubuhat ko yung 10 na box files. Meron namang laman yun, ha? Diyos ko, isang buhatan ko lang payat pa ako noon. Payat ako noon, mga siguro 52 kgs lang ako. Tapos ang liit ko pa dahil
52
bata pa
kgs.
ako. Binuhat ko, tapos binalibag ko talaga sa pagmumukha niya. Tapos na-shock siya. Tapos sabi niyang gano'n sa akin, sabi niya, ite-terminate kita. Sabi ko, yes, yun nga ang gusto kong gawin mo terminate mo ko. Tapos sabi niya pang gano'n, ipapupulis nila ako. Go ahead. Sabi ko, call the police. Sabi ko, yes, papapulis niya. Sabi ko, go ahead, call the police. Tapos sabi, hindi niya tinawagan niya yung may-ari ng company.
Mhm.
Hindi niya alam na before pa, kasi sabi ko nga sa'yo, I always speak for my mind. Kung ano yung naiisip ko talaga yung sinasabi ko. So, hindi niya alam, nakakausap ko yung pinaka-may-ari. That time, ang owner ng company namin kasi is CEO ng Dubai TV. Okay, yes. Kapatid siya ng minister. One of the ministers. Ngayon. Okay? He's a very reputed person and napakabait. So sabi ko, sir, actually, kaya ako pumunta sa kanya, magre-resign na ako. Sabi ko, sir, magre-resign na ako. Kasi siya yung kumuha sa akin Sila yung kumuha sa akin. Yung family na yon. Because they knew how I was working with the other company. Kasi related sila dun sa job dati na nung mga projects. So hinanap nila ako para ilagay nila ako dito sa laboratory nila bagong bukas. Mga 6 months pa lang nabubuksan. So sinabi ko lahat nangyayari. So he was shocked, yung manager, na-shock siya nung sabi niya sa may-ari, ite-terminate ko na tong si Mary Jane, ganyan-ganyan, kasi ganyan. Sabi ng boss, no, ikaw ang umalis. See? Diba?
Ikaw umalis.
Yes. So, na-shock siya. And anyway, sabi ko naman sa boss, no, siya na lang ang maiwan. Sabi ko, lagi kasi noon, talaga, gusto ko na uuwi na lang. Yun talaga yung mindset ko na noon. Kapag, sabi ko, parang feeling ko kasi noon, hindi ako successful dito sa UAE. So, I would just rather go home. Since, meron naman akong iniwang trabaho doon. Actually, bata pa lang ako, 3rd year sa university. No, 2nd year, magti-3rd year. Nagtatrabaho na ako sa Jollibee. I was already a working student. And then, yung sa tanong na ni Sten, sasagutin ko na, Sten, walang nagbago sa mindset ko. Rather, lalong naging strong yung aking time management and yung aking, ano ba yung isa niyang question? Yung
in terms of,
yes, walang nabago. Much naging stronger pa at mas lumawak pa. Okay, for example, nung nag-aaral ako, I was enrolled in a chemical engineering department, in the chemical engineering department, and then I was also working in Jollibee. And then after 6 months pa lang ako nag-work sa Jollibee, I was already promoted as smart. So noon pa lang alam ko, I had already the skills.
Okay.
Sa relationship sa mga tao.
Okay.
Okay.
So you were self-aware of that strength of yours at a young age.
Yes,
Okay. Good point.
And then also sa university na-elect din ako sa student council. Pero hindi yung sa activism, yung sa department.
Kala ko activist.
Sa chemical engineering. And then, yes. And sanay na rin ako talaga noon nung college na lagi akong yung nakikilala ng mga teachers kasi I was a dancer sa chemical.
ilang kilograms ago yan?
Hindi na ako marunong. But binabalibag ako pag sumasayaw, gano'n, yung gano'n, sa mga programs, ganyan. So, I was very active. Plus, meron pa akong nagtatrabaho pa nga ako sa Jollibee. And then, nung pagka-graduate ko rin ng chemical engineering, they wanted me to become a manager, branch manager.
Aha.
But sabi, pinili ko dito sa UAE. Diba?
Yung Jollibee. Yung Jollibee.
Ko nga rin ko, kaya nag-stay ako sa Jollibee. Ano na kaya ang position ko? President? Vice President? Diba? Yung ganon. So yung mga ganon. So, when you say time management, ano yan yan na talaga yan Yan yung pinalakihan mo. Kagaya ko, ang tulog ko lang talaga 4 hours. Why? Swerte na ako kapag naka 4 hours akong tulog. Kasi simula nung nag-aaral ako sa university, di ba ang uwi ko na dahil closing kami, 12 ang closing, nakakarating ako sa bahay, 1 o'clock na, and then may pasok ng 8 o'clock, so mag-aaral pa ako, gigising ka kasi boarding house, pipila ka sa maliligo, may time management din nun, kailangan 5 minutes lang ang ligo, di ba? Everything, kasi pag nasa technical, like for example, engineering or architecture, lagi yan yung time, parang mas gusto namin talaga na nakanumero yung oras namin yung parang konting ma-deviate lang.
May routine.
Napipressure na Ganun ako, kahit ngayon, napipressure na ako. Kaya nung sinabi mo sa akin na 7 o'clock, from 6 o'clock, I was ready. Yes,
Kaya,
I was ready. So,
preparation.
yes, piniprepare ko na yung sarili ko, nag-internalize na ako, ganun. Kahit din sa mga board meetings namin, ganun din ako. Nagpiprepare na, yes, and si Grace, bakit gustong-gusto ko yan? Si Grace, na secretary ko, napaka-prompt yan, yes. She's very prompt. Actually, minsan nainis ako sa kanya kasi siya pa yung nangungulit Sabi ko, Grace, ano ba? Nag-pressure ako sa'yo. Yes, ganyan yung si Grace. Makulit yan. So, but I like her kasi very prompt siya. So, she keeps reminding. Ganon siya.
Ang galing ni Miss Grace Shoutout sa'yo, Miss Grace. Kudos sa mga sa dedication mo.
I really appreciate her. Minsan, si Grace nami-misinterpret siya sa company namin kasi very prompt siya. Kung anong sinabi ko sa Grace, follow up mo to. Talagang pa-follow up niya yan. Mainis ka sa kanya, mainis, wala siyang pakialam. Kung ano yung instruction sa kanya, yun ang gagawin niya.
Masunurin.
Yes, ganyan si Grace. Kayo, so architect, Christine, yun. Hindi na bago. Which, for me, naging pa siya. Lalo pa siyang, since I'm the group CEO, talagang yung time management sa akin is very, very important. Kaya pag halimbawa, naiinis ako kapag may meeting, tapos yung ka-meeting ko late. Naiinis talaga ako. Yes.
Ayoko rin malit kanina, sabi ko.
Nawawala na ako sa mood. Kasi napipressure ako because I have my children waiting for me at home. Diba? So sila, kung libre sila yun. Ako, parang marami
respeto,
ako.
No?
Yes, and then kung hindi ko, halimbawa, kagaya, merong mga sa community na nanghihingi ng support sa business na i-promote sila ng ganon. Minsan, sabi ko, wait lang, kasi I have other priorities. Yeah, because I have other priorities. Kagaya nitong nakaraang week na to, very busy kami talaga, very busy. Kasi nga we had to prepare for the coming of the VIPs.
Okay.
Kasi dito nakasalalay yung future ng business namin. Right? The stability of our business. So that's what I was telling you. Choose your battle. Choose your own battle. Choose your priorities.
Dapat mayroon kang clarity, no? And gusto ko i-follow up itong about time management, Miss MJ. Do you believe in work-life balance or work-life integration? Kasi ang daming ginagawa So, anong mas mo doon? Ano yung discipline mo about that?
Pag sinabi mong work-life balance, that's, for me, it's unrealistic.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Agree ako dyan.
Sa status ko, I cannot balance. Because for me, I always compromise. Okay? For example, sabihin natin, between my professional career and me as a mom, Okay? Which is important for me, my children. Mas priority ko yung family ko kaysa sa job ko. But how I do that na hindi ko mahahamper,
Compromise niya.
mabibigyan, yes, or mako-compromise yung business. So that's what I've been saying. You have to educate yourself. Educate yourself more. Kagaya ngayon, meron tayong work from home.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to be updated. Yung knowledge mo, updated ka sa technology.
Okay.
I could, I'm running companies in my home or branches. I'm
Kahit nandiyan ka?
communicating. Yes, I'm communicating with Philippines simultaneously with the UAE branch.
So more on multitasking yang kasi ito yung isa sa mga tanong na gusto ko ring malaman, Miss MJ eh. Ano yung skill na kailangan natutunan mo that made you a CEO right now? So meaning ano yung skill na dinevelop mo para maging CEO? And then what are the skills that you continue to hone to keep you as the CEO of your company?
Okay.
So yung before and during ano yung skills na yun? You mentioned already in time management and what's the other one?
Networking,
Yeah, okay.
relationships. Yes.
Okay.
And then for me as a CEO, it's the delegation.
Okay.
Yes.
Delegation talaga.
I'm a big believer of delegation. You cannot do alone. You cannot stand alone. It's always a teamwork.
Pero
Kaya,
wasn't it hard, Miss MJ, na mag-delegate? Kasi, let's say, ang laki ng task. Let's say, ikaw, you are the expert in a certain field. Na-experience mo ba magkaroon ng fear na baka pumalpak si ganito, si ganyan, and ako yung masasabon? Or na-encounter mo ba yun? Or na-overcome mo na lang along the way?
No, ganito yan eh. Once you delegate, meaning trusted mo na siya. So, paano mo magiging trusted ang isang person? Or yung isang manager sa company? He or she has to undergo trainings. Okay? That's why a CEO should be a role model. Kasi the way I talk, the way I act, tinitingnan yun ng mga managers and they look up to you. So that's one way of training your people. Then second thing, how you train them. Kagaya sa amin, when it comes to decision making, sinasama ko sila talaga. Kung sino yung involved na manager, kasama siya sa decision making. Okay? It's not only me. It's not me. Kasi yung mga iba kasing CEOs, pati credit na ng tao nila kukunin pa nila.
Yeah, credit grab.
Okay? Yes. Which is sabi ko nga, that's so wrong. Maling-mali talaga yun. Okay? If you want to be a great CEO or a good CEO, you have to be a good leader in a sense that you have to be their role model. Okay? Yung values mo, kailangan, kung ano yung sinasabi mo, yun din ang ginagawa mo.
Integrity. Yeah.
Yes. Okay? You have to, whatever you preach, kailangan yun din yung pinakikita mo sa kanila.
Okay.
That's very important.
Yeah.
And then kahit din na as what you said, integrity, hindi ka na kailangang ipulis. Okay? Para gumawa ng tama. Like for me, sa mga managers, hindi ako strict sa timing. Okay? Pero pag nakita, kasi tinitingnan ko results. I'm a very result-oriented person. Okay? Wala akong pakialam kung hindi, for example, sa sales. Ang sales executive, kahit di ka pumasok sa akin isang buwan, but at the end of the month, you achieve the target.
Oh,
that's the best for me. Yes.
Okay.
Rather than you sitting in the office, wala ka namang na-achieve. So what's the use?
Tama. Ang sales naman talaga is dapat nasa labas, or if you're in the office, you're cold calling. Now, pero may mga ganito scenario Miss MJ, na parang many people are results-oriented, pero do you still acknowledge yung mga bagay na hindi nakikita behind the scenes para makuha yung results? Let's say, part of that would be training, networking, or any other actions that would lead to the results? Or
Yes.
paano mo siya inaano? Paano mo
Yeah,
siya mini-measure?
there are KPIs. These
Ayun, okay.
KPIs, these are the ones that comprises the result. Okay, you have to measure these KPIs. In
Hmm.
our company, we do have KPIs. We do have targets. So
Okay.
based on this, we evaluate the managers.
Everything has
Sabi
to
ko
be
nga
measured talaga, yeah.
yes, sabi ko nga ang managers, gusto ko talaga sila relax isip nila. So I agree kung
Okay.
pumasok sila ng 9. Because sometimes they stay late in the night. Yes, ganun ang mga managers ng Prime eh. Yung they work from their heart.
And
They really work from their heart, yes.
mhm.
And then lalo na talagang ito napaka-effective. Once you give them the authority and the responsibility, talagang magtatrabaho sila, gagawin nila talaga.
Iba talaga pag may autonomy na binibigay ang leader kasi there's trust like
Yes.
what you said, and tama nga
Yes.
na you have to let your guard down and put your full trust dun sa manager mo kasi nga nag-undergo naman ng training yan eh.
Yes,
And
and
like
their
what you said,
salaries, and you have given them high
yeah, tama.
salaries. 'Di ba? For sure. Once na-hire sila sa company and you're
Mhm.
giving them that package,
Aha.
trusted mo na gagawin niya talaga yung responsibility niya. 'Di
Exactly.
ba? Na
Grabe,
iga-guide
tama
mo
lang.
na
Oo.
lang siya. Yes.
And hindi naman ito yung 1992 wherein many people are underpaid or what. But pag you
Mhm.
are under Miss MJ, then definitely you are paid really well. So, Miss MJ, pag may vacancy
Hindi
dyan, kahit
naman.
mag-start akong cleaner, i-hire nyo ako para wait lang, basahin mo natin yung mga comments natin dito sa comment
Kasi
section. Sabi,
kaso
sabi ni Raymond,
pag nalaman nila kung ano ugali ko as a CEO, pag
hindi
nai-stress ako, lumilipad ang lahat ng mga papel.
nagsusuper saiyan pala kayo.
Dumadagundong ang office. Dumadagundong ang office.
Ito sabi ni Raymond, proud kami kay Madam Mary Jane Alvero kasi siyang naging CEO ng Prime Group. Ang daming heart nito. The strongest woman na nakilala ko ever. Meron pa ever. Ayan. Thank you so much. And sabi ni Miss
Sip yan eh.
uh,
Sip.
Sip- ang pagiging sip-sip ba is part of the skill as you climb your ladder.
No, I don't believe in sip-sip. No, my people,
Ah,
I feel they love me. I feel.
yeah. And
Yeah.
kasi, I mean, if it's love that you give, it's love that you get din eh. Kaya, tinan mo tong comment section, umaapaw ng hearts, oh. So, it means na you really love the people that you're working with.
Yes.
You don't treat them as yung under you. You make them feel
Yes.
that you are part of them. Kaya, yan, oh,
Yes.
sabi ni Miss Ligaya Rimo, ayan, oh, one of my idols, di ba? Grabe,
Oh,
oh. Ayan, oh.
anak-anakan ko yan. Ayan si
Sabi ni,
Grace, oh.
thank you po,
Ayan si
persistent. Uy, follow nyo si Miss Grace, ang kanyang YouTube channel. Oo, shoutout kay Miss Grace. So, yan Miss Grace shinout-out ko na yung YouTube channel mo. Ang ganda nung may content pa siya na kasama ka Miss MJ eh. So yan yun. Ayan,
Oo,
sabi uli ni ni Raymond, proud kami dito sa Philippines sa branch prime certification namin kasi kahit ibang oras namin dito sa Pinas, pero palagi siya may contact sa amin at tumutulong sa amin. Thank you po Madam Jane sa walang support. Parang anong walang support sa
walang
walang
katapusang
sawang
support.
support. Oo.
Ano ba, Raymond? Diba totoo?
Walang support. May support.
May support pa o wala?
Wala may deduction. Raymond, i-edit mo daw yan. Baka ma-screenshot.
Panalo eh, di ba?
Ayan, the best CEO na nakilala ko. Sabi ni Sharon, ayan, Doc MJ, you are very inspiring as
Ay,
CEO
Doc.
woman. What is your biggest challenge working in a patriarchal culture? Ayan, maganda yan. Maganda yan.
Okay.
Do you choose that
Okay.
mountain to climb sa ganyan challenge?
So, actually, pag nakikita ko yung mga pictures na ako lang lagi yung isang babae, puro sila lalaki, sa totoo lang, parang nagiging proud naman ako as a Filipina. Really. And I never experienced na ma-out of place sa kanila because yung mga bosses ko, although lahat sila lalaki, they really respect me. Grace knows that. Talagang wala akong challenge. Ang challenge ko lang sa kanila minsan is kapag nag-uusap-usap sila kasi puro sila lalaki, ganon. Parang okay ba na nandito ako sa kanila na nagkukwentuhan sila, 'di ba? Yung yun lang, parang curious lang ako. So okay lang ba? Lalo na dito yung culture, 'di ba?
Mhm.
But we are really thankful na UAE talaga is very strong in gender equality. So yun
Yeah,
din ang
yeah.
nagpapalakas sa akin, no, yung gender equality.
So is it challenging ba to be in a man's world na
For
ganyan?
me, it's not. Kasi we
Mhm.
were born naman, I was born in Philippines na
Yeah,
gender equality is there.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
'di ba, napaka-strong ng values natin sa gender equality. So, kahit saan tayo magpunta, we are okay with that.
Have you ever
I never
experienced na
felt,
okay. So talagang
I
hindi mo na
never
feel na
felt
ano siya?
being challenged, yes.
Okay.
I never felt being challenged. I always felt that kung anong kaya nila, mas
Kaya mo rin, yeah.
kaya ko, yes.
And dito sa
And
isa
I
sa mga
have proven it many times, by the way. I have
oo.
proven it many times. Yes.
Since 2008 sa mga awards na nakuha mo. And one of the quotes na nakita ko dito na senior mo, Miss MJ, is, if a person is highly educated, the more he or she will be
Mm.
productive. And
Yes.
totally agree ako dyan dahil nga the more na
Yes.
you know, di ba, you enhance your skills, you learn how to
Mhm.
multitask. Although ako hindi ako believer ng multitasking kasi medyo parang wala akong natatapos pag nag-multitask, pero it's really something that's very astonishing for many CEOs who can really multitask. And ito one thing that I saw, ito
Actually,
uh-huh.
Jay, sorry. It's
Sige lang.
not really multitasking, but I should say it's integration. For example,
Integration. Okay.
yes, you have mentioned that. For example,
Yeah.
meron kang binigay na instruction. Okay, nung pinroduce namin ng sanitizer, I created the team, R&D
Mm.
team, research and development team. In that, andun yung puro managers yon. Marketing manager, sales and marketing manager, the product specialist, and then the certification manager, the quality assurance manager. So lahat sila
Mhm.
manager. Since this is the first product that we are producing. Okay? So ngayon, hindi ako yung gumawa, but I set for them the direction. So lahat
Mm.
yon sila gumagana. Lahat nagwo-work. So merong yung sales and marketing, they were producing the labels.
Okay.
Okay, the design of the labels, the packaging. And then yung product specialist, yung chemical engineer, the formulation. And then sabay-sabay yun lahat because we did not have time. Otherwise, it's useless. Late na sa market. So, by the time na ginawa namin, talagang sabay-sabay yon. And then, the quality assurance manager, siya yung sa certification and sa compliances and sa registration sa Dubai Municipality. And then the
Mhm.
certification manager, siya yung expert kasi siya yung
Mhm.
nakakaalam kung ano yung mga dapat i-comply sa government.
Yeah.
Yun,
And
lagi yun. Ang ginawa namin every week, meeting, every week.
okay. Okay.
Hanggat sa nabuo namin yung product. So, yung product na
Galing,
yan, hindi lang yan yung basta-bastang product na lumabas lang na ganyan. May istorya yan siya.
Grabe
May
kaya.
process na dinaanan.
And Miss MJ, as we are progressing this conversation, I come to realize na hindi ka lang magaling na engineer, but magaling kang mag-lead ng people. You had the vision. You know where to go. Parang kasi 'di ba ang CEOs or leaders are different from managers. Yung mga leaders, they know nasa kanila yung map. While managers, they see kung ano yung nasa trees na nandun, pero you direct them where they should be going. Do you think
Yes.
so in order for you to be a CEO or whatnot, it's not enough na you have to be the best, let's say, chemical engineer, right?
Mhm.
Kasi so dapat talaga as you are saying in this interview na you really have to develop yung relationship skills mo kasi it's all about relationship kasi maraming mga napopromote din, 'di ba? Na bigla na
Yes.
lang dahil magaling na chemical engineer, pinromote na
Mhm.
manager, and then everything all of a
Mhm.
sudden nag-crash yung company kasi wala siyang leadership skills.
Yes,
Okay.
true. Yeah.
And you
See, as
yeah.
ngayon, yung mga tao ko, laging sasabihin yan, Madam, kinukumusta ka ni ganitong consultant. Madam, kinukumusta ka ng si ganitong engineer. Madam, ano masabi ng isang consultant? Ikaw daw yung pinakamagandang manager ng laboratory. Oh, mga
Wow.
matatanda na. Yung mga nakakita sa akin sa site noon na
Yeah.
nagbubutas ako ng lupa sa site para i-test.
Mm.
Ganon, yung nagda-drive ng pick-up, yun yung mga tao na nakakita sa akin na yun ang ginagawa ko dati. sa
And
side.
do you think Miss MJ, it's a prerequisite to be, let's say, the best chemical engineer, and then saka ka maging CEO, or not necessarily na kailangan mo maging, not necessarily, okay? Kasi iba
No, because
talaga ang role, no?
I did not practice my profession as a chemical engineer, because if you
Mm.
say you're a chemical engineer, you are supposed to be in the refinery,
Yeah, I
manufacturing,
see.
but my exposure is in the laboratory. So it's
Okay.
more of the chemistry side.
Chemistry, I see. Now,
Yes.
you mentioned about the word practice, and may binabasa akong libro ngayon about Outliers ni Malcolm Gladwell. He mentioned about practice,
Mhm.
that practice isn't the thing you do once you are good. It's the thing you
Mhm.
do that makes you good. So ibig sabihin, what he said there is, kailangan yung practice natin is still consistent para
Yes.
we still sharpen our saw. So as a
Our
CEO,
skill.
yeah, our
Our
skills, our lahat ng ating strengths. Now, as a CEO, nagagawa mo pa rin ba siya even na sobrang daming napaka-busy ng schedule mo? How do you still find the time? Do you find the time, or you make the time for practicing the most important skill set?
No, see, since I'm already the CEO of the company, so I'm more of the strategies.
Okay.
Hindi na ako dun sa operation.
Okay.
Actually, kapag engineer ka, tool mo lang yan to climb the corporate ladder.
Mhm, mhm,
So
mhm,
parang,
mhm.
dati ganyan din ang thinking ko na, would I be a good manager? Kasi nung sinabi nung pinaalis nila yung dating manager, sabi ako raw mag-manage.
Okay.
Only for 3 months kung hanggat sa dumating daw yung kapalit. So pumayag ako. So but at the top of my thoughts, at the back of my thought, iniisip
Mhm,
ko rin na, kaya ko ba? Chemical engineer ako, wala naman akong experience na mag-manage, and then wala rin akong pinag-aralan about business management.
mhm, mhm.
Okay? So that's why, along the way, nag-aral ako ng quality management, then MBA, and then
Hmm,
PhD in business management. So, in that way, nahahasa ko siya. Okay? Na de-develop ko yung sarili ko. That's why
yun pala.
non-stop
Mhm.
learning is very important. Dapat hindi ka talaga tumitigil eh. You always have to learn, whether
Yeah,
formal education ba yan or by
tama.
experience, or you
And
learn from other people.
yun, okay.
Di ba?
Yan yung next na question ko sana eh. Paano yung method mo of learning? Are you more of visual, auditory, o gusto mo kinesthetica, and do you learn more by doing that, or by learning from other people's experiences?
For me, I learn from reading and reading
Hmm,
the stories of other
okay.
successful people.
I see.
I
Parang,
learn a lot from them.
and sino ang pinaka ano mo, influence mo in terms of
For
that?
me, siguro, si Warren Buffett.
What? Talaga?
Yes,
Bakit siya?
yes. Because he's so humble. I
Mhm.
want to be like him.
I never thought
Na
na si
kahit
Warren
na,
Buffett ang ano mo.
yes, na kahit ganun siya kayaman, but still he stays in an
Oo.
apartment that pwede naman
Sarili.
siyang bumili ng
Yeah,
mansion.
yeah, yeah.
Yung ganon, di ba? Like, for me, I drive my own car. I don't want a driver. I
Hmm.
drop my children to the school. I pick them up.
Mhm.
I do errands. I don't instruct my Grace to do things for me.
Mhm,
Kung
mhm.
hindi related sa trabaho. For my personal things, no. I don't want to be a burden for other people. So, ganun ako siya. And then,
Wow.
ewan ko, siguro, talagang inborn na rin siguro sa akin yung pagiging down to earth, na,
Hmm.
kasi ayoko yung parang bini-VIP ako, ganun.
Okay,
So,
I see.
ako yung lagi nagre-reach out.
Oo nga eh, and
Ganun talaga ako. Ganun talaga
I
ako.
yeah, I felt that when when you finished having your talk, and then alam ko dinudumog ka after that, tapos siguro ako I'll just wait until umalis na sila, and then you still had the energy na to talk to me back then and share yung
Mm,
mga bagay na nakatulong talaga sa na sabi ko,
mm,
okay, I have to apply what she did kasi nandun na siya eh. And ang mga advice na kinuha ko are from the people who actually have done it. And ngayon,
mm.
we talked about yung mga influences mo and all that stuff. As a support, this is a support group mo. Meron ka bang ganun, by the way? Meron ka support group, like a group of CEOs, or do you have mentors? per se,
Mm.
or paano yung, kasi ang hirap ng high pressure yung role mo, and
Mhm.
mahirap na you do it alone eh. You need other
Yes.
people, right? So sino
Yeah.
yung mga nasa support, yung small circle mo of that, yung mga friends mo or business partners kung sino man?
Okay. One of my support, I should say, is Roxanne. Roxanne
Negrillo. Miss
Negrillo.
Ro.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
galing din nun.
Yes, nagbibigay yan sa akin ng mga tips for or learnings about marketing strategy. And I really
Mhm.
appreciate her for doing that. And then si Miss Karen, one of my best friends also.
Okay.
Yes, the way she talks, she gives advices. Yun, siguro, and then um, sino pa ba? Yung mga, sila Ma'am Yas, yung
Okay.
mga circle of friends ko, sila yung laging nagmo-motivate sa akin eh. Si Miss Lou Paroco
Mhm.
yan.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes, mga, kumbaga tingin ko sa kanila sila yung mga cream of the crop.
And I noticed all of
And I learned
those.
a lot from them.
Okay. Pero and
I
I
learned a lot.
also I noticed na the names that you mentioned are all women. Do you think there's
Yes.
a huge parang malaking bagay sa na you only speak to women in that, or is it something big sa Miss
Kasi
MJ?
alam mo parang saturated na ako na laging lalaki nakakausap.
Talaga.
Kaya
Yung pala
parang
yun.
hinahanap ko babae naman ang makausap ko. Kasi
Kaya
mga
pala.
lalaki, pagkausap mo halimbawa, pagkausap mo yung mga boss kong lalaki, puro ano lang yan eh, Mary Jane, I want this revenue. Mary Jane, I want this profit. Mary
Ganun
Jane,
na.
I want. Pero, um, hindi nila alam kung paano ko kukunin yon. Wala silang
Hmm.
pakialam kung paano kukunin, but yun ang gusto nila.
Grabe. Kaya, and sabi
So,
dito ni
nasanay ako ng gano'n.
sabi ni Madam, I feel you po, nag-iisang babaeng Filipina within a group, pero receiving full support. Ayan, oo nga naman. And, pero wala kang CEO mentor?
No, my mentors, I am a member of the CEO network for
Mhm.
in Middle East.
Ah.
And we have a group in LinkedIn. And then, see, I have different support groups related to our industry. Like, for example,
Mm.
FNB, I'm a member of that. And then CEO
Okay.
Network, also member ako doon. Then leadership. There is also a
Mm.
leadership network member din ako doon. Then I have one group sa US. Then, yung sa Center for Creative Leadership.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
and then plus, I read a lot.
Okay.
Pagkagising ko pa lang ng umaga, pagkatapos kong magdasal, and that's 4:30, like that, or
Wow,
4 o'clock. Yes, kasi 8 o'clock
aga.
ang bukas ng Philippine office.
Mhm.
So, kaya nga
Aga,
sabi ko, mas swerte na makatulog ako ng 4.
4
Yes,
hours.
4 hours. Kaya, and then, ito nga, today, Friday, talagang nagising ako 7. Siguro dahil sa sobrang pagod ko ng full
Mhm.
week na
Yeah.
hindi ako nakakatulog, then pressured, ganon.
And I was actually going to go to that question na paano yung routine mo na in the so you're a morning person, you wake up at 4 to help
Yes, I
the bago lang ba yan dahil nagkaroon kayo ng office sa Philippines, or ever since
had
ganun na
before,
talaga?
ever since.
Ah,
And I would like to share also that I
mhm.
personally give training to my people
Okay.
then. Since that yung time na nag-start yung geoscience, yung 8
Mhm.
people pa lang, 8 employees pa lang kami after na umalis yung manager namin.
Mhm, mhm.
Then ako na yung talaga nag-train sa mga tao.
Yun na yung
And
talagang
then,
naging ever since until you grew
yes,
it ng
mm,
500 people. Wow. And
yes.
you mentioned about meditation And is it
Mm,
something na hindi mo nami-miss every day? Paano ka
no.
nakapag-meditate for 4 hours sa tulog? Paano ka na, 'di ba ang hirap nun, parang cloudy yung isip mo kasi kulang lang yung tulog mo? Or
Hindi
is it
kasi 'di
something na
ba,
na-practice mo na?
yeah, since we are Muslim, talaga
Ah,
we are praying 5
I
times
see.
in a day.
Ah,
But hindi ko yun nagagawa. Nai-install.
ano lang. Pero Muslim po ba kayo ever since, even sa
No,
Philippines pa lang?
converted.
Ah,
Converted.
converted. I
Yes,
see.
converted.
Okay.
Yes. So, yun talaga yung Fajr in the morning, nag-iiba-iba yung oras depende sa season. So
Mhm.
sometimes 4:30, then nagiging 5, nagiging 5:30, ganun.
Mhm.
Pero
Okay.
4 o'clock talaga gising na ako.
Okay. Kasi
And
nga
then basta lagi ko lang sinasabi pagkagising ko, alhamdulillah. And then I start reading. First na binabasa ko yung mga nasa inbox ng aking yung messenger kasi ang dami
okay.
talagang humihingi ng advices,
Mhm.
ganyan. Which is, natutuwa naman ako kasi parang source pala nila ako ng strength. So, yun yung
Oo.
lagi ko inisip. I really don't want to fail anyone. Hanggat maaari lahat talagang sinasagot ko. Hanggat
Mhm.
maaari talaga. Yes,
Ok
sinasagot ko. Hindi ko man masagot agad pero binabalikan ko yun.
Kaya nga you always make time. You don't find time
Mm.
for people, you really make the time. And the time
Yes,
that you make for them is in the morning, 'di ba? When
yes.
some people would say na yung first few hours in the morning, I will not open my email, my inbox kasi I
Mm.
want to have my ano ba 'to, my me time for that before I go on
Yes,
and prepare for the day. Pero for you,
yes.
after the meditation of the prayer, talagang you
Mm.
attend to the people who seek your guidance and your help. And hopefully itong
Mm.
episode natin this evening would be something that can be very beneficial for them kasi I'm sure it will
Mm.
be. Ang dami ko na natutunan na in this episode of ours. And
Mm.
kaya I'm really thankful that you made the time for me this evening, Miss MJ. And
Yes.
sabi ni Miss Abby, sabi, yay, proud to be supporting you, Dr. Mary Jane Mendoza Alvero. More power to Prime Group. Yon.
Oh, thank you.
Sabi ni Manager Joel, proud of you, Jay, and Madam MJ, ayan. Oo,
Thank
and sabi,
you.
napaka-active ni Mr. Raymond Alido. Shout out po,
Oo.
Madam MJ. Sa Pampanga na malapit na
Yeah,
bubuksan to.
I will tell you the story of Raymond. Okay.
Ayan, sige.
Yeah, para ma-inspire yung mga tao. So,
Mm.
Raymond, um, noong sa Thai Airways kasi, pauwi kami ng Pilipinas ng secretary ko, binubuksan pa lang yung branch doon. So, si Raymond, ano yan, nagngangangawa, tinapon daw yung kanyang natela. Hindi ko siya kilala. Basta nagrereklamo lang siya. Tinapon daw, sabi niya, takaw-takaw naman itong mga to. Ganon, kinonfiscate daw yung kanyang natela. Sabi ko, ay naku girl. Sabi ko ganon. Huwag mo nang intindihin yan. Sabi ko sa kanya. Tapos, binuhat niya tinulungan niya ako kami magbuhat ng bag kasi nagmamadali na kami, malilate. Alam mo naman lagi yung transit ng Thai Airways, di ba? Ang short time lang lagi. So takbo-takbo kami, siya nagbubuhat. Tapos sabi kong ganun sa secretary ko, Molly, ikaw nga ang tumabi sa kanya kasi mukha siyang callboy. And then,
Grabe.
nakasagot ako.
Grabe.
Kasi akala mo, lalaki yung pala. Diyos ko, iba pala.
Ay, di pala kay talo. Or,
Oh, okay.
ano.
So, okay, moving forward. Then, nasa Pilipinas na. Sabi niya, nagtatrabaho daw siya sa Kurt Geiger. Sabi ko, okay, sige. Des pumunta ako sa Kurt Geiger. Ino-obserbahan ko siya. Nangangailangan ako ng sales nun eh. Sabi ko, aba, mabilis siya, magaling siya bumenta. Parang, hindi ko brand ang Kurt Geiger, pero nabentahan niya ako Sabi ko, okay, sige. Tapos, sabi ko, Bex, gusto mo bang mag-apply sa, bakla ako, Jay. Bex, sabi ko, gusto mo bang mag-apply sa Prime? Sabi niya, sigurado ka, madam? Oo, sige, mag-send ka ng CV. Hindi siya naniniwala. Tapos, hindi siya naniniwala. Pero by the way, Raymond pala has 72 awards sa
Wow.
Landmark. Yes.
Grabe, 72.
Yes.
Pang CEO na pala yan si
Lagi
Raymond.
pala
No?
yan siyang best employee, tsaka best salesman, see? So, ang galing ko talagang mag-assess ng tao, di ba? By the way, so yun nga, to make the long story short, so na-hire siya sa amin. And then nasa Dubai branch siya. Merong isang manager sa Dubai branch na masyadong egoistic. Lagi siyang nagagalitan, ganyan. Although, closer na nga siya lagi, sa isang buwan, umaabot ng over the target siya. So, pati sa,
Correct.
nagkaka-award din siya sa amin. And then, so ngayon, to save him, nilipat ko siya sa Philippines. And the same thing, ganun pa rin siya. Siya pa rin talaga yung talagang magaling magbenta.
Iba pala to
So, that's Raymond. But Raymond si Raymond is, may mga tao na yung skill is very strong kahit na hindi naman educationally advanced.
Okay.
Hindi siya meron pa siyang mga dapat i-complete yata. I think ROTC na lang. Kanyang dapat i-complete, yes. Alam mo naman, hindi niya matapos-tapos kasi nga, diba? Yun ang problema niya.
Medic ka na lang, Raymond.
Alam mo, dahil kasi ang policy ng company, hindi ka mahahire kung wala kang certificate.
Certificate. Oo.
Yes. So ngayon to si Raymond, sabi ko, oy Bex, tatanggalin ka na, wala kang certificate. Sabi namin, ibang ako. So ngayon, sabi ko, ano ba Bex? Gusto mo, hiramin mo na lang yung isa kong certificate, palitan mo ng pangalan mo, Bex. Diba yung gano'n? Pero magaling talaga yun si Raymond na sales. Yun talaga ang skills. Yung tipong mahirap na case, mapapa-oo niya. Yun yung ang supla-suplado na ng kausap niya, yung pinapahiya na siya, bandang huli magiging best friend niya.
It's a skill.
Yes. Believe talaga sa kanya, yes. So, ganon.
So, mukhang si Raymond ng next na CEO ng Prime Group sa Pilipinas, no, Miss MJ? Hindi kaya yan. If given a chance to promote Raymond right now to be the CEO, would you give him that opportunity?
Hindi naman. Customer relationship manager siguro. Yan.
Yeah, hindi pa ready.
Kailangan pa yung skills niya sa documentation, sa communication, yung proper talaga na communication.
And like what you said nga kanina, no, Miss MJ, there are a lot of skills that you really have to learn para maano mo siya. And pero malaki advantage na you have the skill of relationship building dahil every business, every sale is built on trust.
Important.
Very important.
Do you know that CEOs must be good marketers? Sila yung dapat na laging naka-front line sa pagmamarket ng company nila. Yes, the CEOs. Kasi yan ang yung brand ng yung brand mo dapat yan yung dinadala ng company. So that's why I'm very, very careful talaga with my behavior, with my attitude, na ayoko na yung pagkakamali ko makakasira sa company.
Okay.
Yun talaga inaalagaan ko, yes. Reputation.
Kasi you are the face of the company nga, and it's gonna be hard. Now, going back dun sa kasi kanina I'm already nandun ako sa flow ko about your routines, about your health. Now, talk about do you have any special diet that you have para meron kang energy for the entire day? Do you exercise? Do you kasi ang hirap, you have 4 hours of sleep. The only thing that you have for your well-being is your yung pagme-meditate mo and your faith above. Pero we also have our body to take care of. Pero so how do you do that?
So before, nung bata-bata pa ako, lagi ako nasa gym, nag-yoga, ganon. Yes. And then nung nag-asawa na ako, then nagkaanak na, kaya tumaba na ako, nag-stop ako, and then nagwo-walking lang ako, ganon. And then nagbabawas ako ng rice. Yun ang ginagawa ko, rice. Tapos, but I know yan ang aking dapat i-develop.
Okay.
Yung health, yung pagiging dapat health conscious ako. Kasi minsan, naniniglect ko yan, kagaya nga hindi ako natutulog ng tamang oras.
Yeah, oo nga.
Yes.
And health is wealth, we know that then.
Yes, although I'm taking a lot of vitamins. Lahat na vitamin C, vitamin D, collagen, because kasi 50
collagen
years old ako, yes. Kaya walang wrinkles.
Si Mang Emong po nag-collagen, and effective kay Mang Emong yung collagen niya.
Yes, so umiinom talaga ako ng collagen. Umiinom talaga.
Yes. Collagen is a part of the diet.
So I'm 50 years old na but
hindi halata.
Sabi nga nila, alhamdulillah.
So ano talaga, collagen power. Mukhang
Yes.
kailangan ni Kuya Jay ng collagen na ganyan.
Ay, mga bata pa kayo. Okay yan.
Para umaba yung young looking na And we mentioned that health is an investment. Now, Miss MJ, you also mentioned kanina na you also have some of your investments kasi we understand that finance is something that's also important para ma-sustain natin. Kasi nga, of course, without money, we cannot run the business, we cannot sustain our life. And paano yung ngayon, in terms of investments naman, what are the investments that you are engaged at? Kahit di mo na sabihin yung portfolio, pero yung pinaka-engagement mo na pinaka-believe mo na
In conclusion, ang masasabi ko, pag namatay ako, my children will live peacefully. Ibig ko sabihin, walang problema. May matatanggap sila from my investments, from the life insurance.
Life insurance, okay.
Yes, and then sa properties ko.
Okay.
And then from my savings and from my gold.
Galing nga.
So, yes. And yung legacy na maiiwan ko sa kanila na one day, meron silang mother na what do you call that? Na maipagmamalaki nila. So those are my investments.
And I'm 100% sure that they'll be very proud of you because of the things that you've done right now. And nagulat ako na you are parang you mentioned about life insurance, and Muslims don't really have that belief in life insurance, right? Or hindi dahil you converted pero you still believe in life insurance, probably because of the experience nung bata ka. Is it a big factor?
Yes. Because of the experience. Ayoko na maranasan ng mga anak ko yung naranasan ko, that I struggled a lot.
Okay.
So even now, talagang I worked hard for them, for my family. Kahit na meron akong husband, I don't rely on my husband. Kala nila, porke local lang asawa ko kala nila. Minsan nakaka-offend kasi pag sa mall. Nakabaya, tapos very judgmental siya sasabihin. Madam, ang swerte mo naman, local lang sabi, una ganito, Madam, local po asawa nyo. Yes. Ang swerte nyo naman po. Excuse me? Swerte nyo naman po dahil local. No, siya ang swerte sa akin kasi mas mayaman ako sa kanya. O, di ba?
Grabe. And, alam mo, Miss MJ, gusto ko nga i-raisan ngayon na may nabasa akong article. It's an online one. You received this award. I think it's in Rappler. And then there's this one guy na nag-comment dun sa baba na sabi niya, and ano yun, nakapangasawa ng mayaman.
Yes.
Kaya sabi ko, I mean, kilala ba na yung tao na to? And ito yung common misconceptions ng mga karamihan na judge ng mga Filipino who have married locals and other nationals. Pero, and it's one thing na dapat ding maalis yung ano na yun yung anong tawag doon sa word na yun? There's a word for that. Yung
parang retaliation.
Or yung
or parang judgmental sila kaagad. Yung mga hindi nakakaintindi ganun Pero you know, my bosses, 4 Emiratis, and they are all big shots.
Yeah.
Okay? Laging ang sinasabi niyan, so how's the lucky husband? Kasi kilala nila, yes. Alam nila kung sino ako or alam nila kung ano yung kaya kong gawin. So lagi yan, so how's the lucky husband? Ganun
and iba yung attitude ni Miss MJ. Kaya nga if ever you have a friend na na has married a local or other nationals, I mean, we shouldn't judge them immediately, di ba? We need to learn the story. Yeah, it's something common kasi dito sa mga ibang Filipino. Dumating ako sa Dubai, parang yun yung sabi sa akin nung mga kasama ko sa flat na that's one of the ways. Parang sabi nga, may joke nga doon na if you wanna be rich, then marry a rich person. Parang ganun sabi. What?
Hindi siguro din. Kasi hindi lang I don't want to open that subject, pero
nga.
No.
Yeah.
And I will speak for myself. Nung nakilala ko na asawa ko kasi CEO na ako.
I see.
Yeah, at the age of 27, I was already the general manager.
You
Then
made a name for yourself na before you
from a humble
married.
beginning.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. And
Mm.
Now, as we uh, as we transition to our closing, and ang main ano ko dito is, I think people na who made a lot of impact sa society, sa business nila,
Mm.
they are driven by a purpose eh. So,
Yes,
sa iyo ba, Miss MJ, have you already found your life purpose at this point?
yes,
And
yes.
when was the day that you found out na ito na yung life purpose ko? Was it when you became a CEO? When you became a mother? Became a volunteer or what? Or I don't know.
That was in 2008 when I received my first
Mm.
award from Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum,
Mm.
Emirates Businesswoman of the Year.
Yun pala.
Kasi to
Okay.
think na among all of them, merong isang Pilipina na nandoon. And I got
And
the second grand award.
mhm.
Kasi yung grand winner is the CEO of Dubai World.
Okay.
And then I'm second to her. And there were 12 women who have been given an award. So I was the second one who got the grand award.
So you
So
would say na yeah, sige po. Mhm.
from that time na-realize ko, tinanong ko, sabi ko, bakit ako nanalo?
Mhm.
Ano yung pagkakaiba ko sa iba na nag-stand out ako among all those na mga lahi nila from here.
Yeah.
And to think na yung kanilang mga kasambahay is my nationality.
Mhm.
'Di ba? So, something is there na siguro I have done something na talagang nag-stand out.
Mhm.
So, I realized that na hindi madali na mag-lead ng isang company na ma-maintain mo yung stability niya, and then yung reputation, and then yung mga employees, alagaan mo sila.
Mhm.
Okay, their even their extended families, iniisip mo pa rin. Yung ganun ba? Yung ako kasi very close ako sa mga tao eh. Kung makikita mo ako sa office, I'm not the CEO.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one who always go to their table, talk to them, tell them stories. Okay? And then pag may kailangan ako yung pupunta sa mga cabins nila. So I'm like
Mhm.
that. Wala sa akin ang position. It
Okay.
doesn't count. Okay? At the end of the day, I want their productivity and
Mhm.
motivation. Yun lagi. And then at saka in addition to that is uh position lang yan eh.
Yeah.
It doesn't determine you.
Mhm.
Okay? Position doesn't determine us. It's the legacy, yung nagawa
Okay.
natin. So, merong isang metaphor na people have yung greatness ng isang tao ay measure doon sa mga deeds na nagawa niya.
Nagawa niya. Yeah.
Yes. So when we are talking about purpose, I think my
Mhm.
purpose in life is to tell my stories to people, to
Yeah.
inspire them that uh, hindi, that, there is a big room for improvement,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? That we really need to show up, not show off, but show
Show
up.
up. Yeah. Yeah.
We need to stand out, 'di ba? And then, yun nga, to educate ourselves more. It really helps.
Mhm.
Invest on education, invest on your invest on education, and then kapag nakapag-aral ka, malaki yung chances mo na magkaroon ka ng magandang buhay, ma-promote ka, gamitin mo sa tama because
Mhm.
investment, okay, financial investment,
Yeah.
hindi yan good investment kung hindi mo alam pagganahin or
Exactly.
kung hindi yan nagbibigay sa'yo ng returns. So that's not an investment.
Tama.
Okay? So expenses yan kung hindi mo alam pagganahin.
Gamitin.
So you have to
Yeah.
learn.
Galing ah. And that's actually my last question eh. What would be your tips to many Filipinos who are struggling to be the best version of themselves and struggling to find their purpose in life? So, na-mention mo about talagang you always have to invest in
Yes.
yourself, in learning. And parang yun nga,
At
there's a quote that
lahat
says na
ng
gano'n.
aspects ng life you have to
Ah,
invest,
yeah.
right? So you have to take the risk of investing But you should invest wisely.
Mhm.
Use your intelligence. Okay? By experience. Ask people. Conduct research.
And focus on your strengths kasi itong ano natin
Focus
Miss
on your
MJ, yung nag-resonate dito is that even when you were still young, alam mo yung strength mo eh. You had the
strengths.
awareness
I
na
knew it
parang,
already.
di ba? So, do you think yun yung isa sa it's a responsibility to ourselves na alamin talaga natin yung strength
Yes.
natin?
That
It's
is called self-awareness.
yes, self-awareness,
Self-awareness.
exactly.
Yes. You
The
should know
earlier,
your weaknesses and you should know your strengths.
okay. So yon guys ha. I mean I totally agree with what Miss MJ had said in terms
Mm.
of how we bounce back from struggles from failure to failure. We were given yung gift. We have the seeds planted in us and kailangan lang natin i-hone yung seeds na yon para magamit natin. That's one thing I learned today or this evening from Miss MJ na even if you're already using your strength, you still have to hone it, diba? And
Yes,
you'll have to learn a lot of new new skills along the way so you can be the best version of yourself and
yes.
be the best among the rest. Parang ganun na lang alam mo yung masabi, no? And
And
is there
also, don't compete with others. That's
okay. Ayan, gusto ko yan.
important. Tingnan mo lang sarili mo kung paano mo madidevelop yung sarili mo. Don't compare yourself to others. It
Mhm.
will not do anything good with you. Kaya minsan nga pag may nagtatanong sa akin, Madam MJ, how to be you? Sabi ko, no, don't ask that. Kasi nakakapagod yung buhay ko. Baka
Mhm.
yung strength ko iba sa strength mo.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
so
hindi
yung question na how to be you, mahirap yon.
mahirap. There's no
Yes.
there's no way para maging
Because
katulad ka
we
na isang
cannot
tao kasi
compare. Yes, we are
yeah,
all unique
they're all
by
unique.
our own strengths.
Yon, ang ganda nung closing remark mo doon, Miss MJ. And anything else that you would like to share as a closing message sa ating para sa ating first episode na Overseas Wealthy Filipinos?
Okay, first of all, again, i-advise ko na bilhin niyo yung librong Triggers.
Ito nga. Oh.
Yes. Basahin niyo siya really. Ginagamit ko yan hanggang ngayon when I
Mhm.
am writing my strategies. Lalo na sa panahon ngayon, you cannot rely on one-year strategy. Parang ngayon, every month, iba-iba, nag-i-improve kami ng strategy or nagre-rewrite kami ng strategies. So, makakatulong yan sa mga startups, yung
Mhm.
triggers. Yes. Siguro next time, I will elaborate more what is this all about. Hindi ko
Ito,
siya,
ganda.
hindi ako may-ari niyan or wala ako sa libro na yan. Nabasa ko lang yan siya. And dahil nga very helpful yan sa akin. So I wanted to share, I want to share to everyone. That's why I told
Mhm.
Jay to buy it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
one of the
And
best books that
then,
I've read, yeah.
yes. And then also, focus on your strengths. Don't
Mhm.
compare yourself with others. We are all unique. God created us uniquely. So, dapat wala tayong time na bakit si ganyan, may ganon,
Mhm.
ako wala.
Alisin
Rather
ang
than
inggit.
wasting your strength on those, just know your battles, know your strengths, okay, and then develop your weaknesses. You have
Mhm.
to have self-awareness, okay? Mag-allocate kayo ng time para ma-evaluate nyo. Nasaan na ba kayo? Anong
Mhm.
nangyayari sa buhay nyo? So that helps. That really helps.
Maganda rin sinabi mo about evaluation kasi nga doon mo
Mhm.
malalaman kung nasaan ka na. Tama, galing.
Yes.
And babalikan ko tong session natin after this kasi syempre ang dami ko kailangang hindi to lahat natututunan in one session eh. Kaya
Yes.
if for those of you who probably hindi na naabutan yung umpisa but I'll also have this shared sa aking podcast na Pera and Purpose podcast so that you can share this to the people na you know na magbe-benefit sa mga advice ni Miss MJ. And I really hope na nagawa ko yung part ko para ma-extract lahat ng mga dapat nating malaman as expats kasi etong content na to will be here forever na. It will be online. Anyone who can see this and can emulate the things that you have done successfully would definitely be their best version of themselves. And also, if you're still watching this and if you know someone who you think na alam natin could also help every Filipino na maging best version of themselves, just give me a message and hopefully we can have an interview session with them as well. And Miss MJ, paano ka ba na may reach ng ating mga kababayan para if ever na
I,
kailangan nila ng
yes,
guidance mo?
I have LinkedIn. I have
Okay.
Facebook. I have Instagram, Messenger. I have my WhatsApp. And my
Mhm.
number is known to everyone, 050-625-671. So, lahat yon
Yon.
pwede niyo akong i-contact. And my email is jane@uaeprime.com. And then, kung di niyo ako makontact, Grace. Call Grace. Grace.
Oo, si Miss Grace lang ang susi kay Miss
Yes.
MJ's
Actually, mas
calendar.
sikat pa siya sa akin. Mas sikat pa siya sa akin, si Grace.
Shoutout kay Miss Grace. Salamat uli. And
Mm.
thank you, Miss MJ, for investing your time with me. I know you are a very busy person. You have so many things to do, and you still made time, like an almost 2 hours worth of conversation. I know you have other things na much important than this, pero you made the time, and it would be. I'm gonna make sure na this session of ours will be something na magbe-benefit pa rin ng maraming tao. And meron pa tayong last comment dito. Sabi nga ni Mato, hoping na may part 2 daw with Miss MJ. Oo, hindi
Oh,
mauubos ang kwento ni Miss MJ. Kung gusto niyo mag-podcast si Miss MJ, pwede siya mag-podcast.
for
Eh,
23 years, talagang 2 hours would not be enough or 30 minutes.
Kaya sabi ni Louis De Castro, she's still the same Mary Jane we know.
Yeah, he's one of my best friends. We studied
Ah,
together in the university. He's also a
mhm.
chemical engineer. And we
Okay.
also worked with Jollibee before.
Okay. Hindi sa Jebel Ali. Sa
No,
Jollibee.
Jollibee. Yes, Philippines. No, you will not believe that I
Mhm.
work in Balintawak branch. Kaya ako talaga siguro ganito down to earth because
Mhm.
ang nakasalamuha ko dun yung mga vendors, nanghihingi ng
Mm.
pagkain, yung gano'n. And I was doing my way to give them the food, yung mga tinatapon na. Yung mga kasi pag 5 minutes na,
Wala na.
dispose na, yes.
Aha.
So I did my best to give those to them. Nga gano'n.
And yung kind heart mo actually helped you as well. Parang yun nga yung law of reciprocity na what you give is what you also get. And probably it paid 10 times fold beyond what you could have ever imagined. And I'm sure siguro hindi mo rin naman na-imagine talaga to be one of the leading CEOs here. And it's just that
No,
you
it was
deposited
never my
those...
dream.
Mm,
Hindi
it,
talaga. Hindi ko rin pinangarap na maging CEO. I
and
really don't know kung bakit.
and I think it's because of your golden heart, Miss NJ. Kaya that's the ROI of kindness. Okay? And
Alam,
you are loved by a lot of people. So yun, baka hindi tayo matapos at alam ko dahil mong gagawin. We can have a part 2 if they would want, and if you also have the time, yes, we can probably have that. And thank you so much, Miss MJ, sa ulitin. And
yes.
para may sabihin ka pa. Sige.
Gusto ko lang magpasalamat for giving me the opportunity to tell my stories. Kasi I know that with my stories, maraming mabubuhayan, especially this time of crisis.
Yeah, exactly. And many would really love to hear your story over and over again. So, yon. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and thank you, Miss MJ. Have a great evening, and see you next week. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.